built real special. It's veterans. Hey, welcome to the MILMO Show, where I help the military community make, save, and invest money wisely. I'm your host, Lacey Langford. Veterans are built different. We've learned to push when others quit, to focus on the big picture instead of getting caught up in small stuff, and to adapt when things change. We've mastered discipline, resilience, and teamwork, the same qualities that drive financial success. In this episode, I'm breaking down why veterans have what it takes to rule the world, financially speaking, because when you combine our strengths with the resources and the benefits available to us, the path to financial freedom becomes shorter, smarter, and much stronger. Veterans already know how to make short-term sacrifices for the greater good, and that gives them a huge advantage in building wealth. So here we go. I'd like to say Happy Veterans Day week for 2025. For most, Veterans Day is about honoring those who have served and sacrificed. But for me, it's also about recognizing the power and the advantages that come from military service. Transitioning to civilian life can feel really uncertain at times or uneasy. The steady paycheck, the benefits, and the structure all changes really at once. And for most of us, there's a loss of identity and purpose when we leave behind a role that we are in or the rank that in some cases defined us. It's a fun fact that those traits that you built during service are common among service members, but they are not so common to others. Those qualities that made you successful in the military are the same ones that can make you unstoppable in civilian life. You have built in muscle memory for precisely what it takes to achieve financial success and to build up your wealth. All you need to do is apply it. As a side note, I know I'm 100% biased when I say all of these wonderful things about veterans, but I believe they are true. So you have gained strengths and benefits from military service. So now it's really about bringing them together to help you rule your finances and maybe the world if that's what you're looking for. So I want to start talking first about core strengths that veterans already have. So you carry more than just experience from military service. Veterans have a mindset. The habits and the values that made you successful in service are also make you really unstoppable as a veteran. From discipline to adaptability, these strengths are not just military skills. They're financial superpowers that when you take them and apply them with intention and some consistency, it can help you build wealth, stability, and financial freedom. So here's what they are, or what I think they are. First up is discipline. Discipline is your superpower. You know how to follow a plan and stay the course even when things get challenging or not fun or they are not convenient. In personal finance, discipline means showing up and doing things like budgeting, saving, and investing, especially on the days when you don't feel like doing it. It's not always fun or exciting, but it works. And it's about building good habits and getting reps in with the financial decisions that you make, which ultimately makes you as a person stronger because of the decisions that you've made, but also financially stronger. The same focus that got you through military service can get you through tough financial choices. The next strength is focus. Every mission has a goal and a timeline, and so does financial freedom. Veterans know how to define success, make a plan, and execute it under pressure or inconvenience. You can stay focused on the long-term win, even when short-term distractions pop up. You understand how to prioritize what matters most for the greater financial good for you and for your family. The next one is adaptability. Veterans know that a plan rarely survives first contact with the enemy. And when it happens, you adapt and overcome. Life and money work the same way. Markets are going to shift, jobs are going to change, and expenses are going to surprise you. But you've been trained to stay calm, assess the situation, and pivot when necessary. That mindset keeps you flexible, resilient, and ready to turn any setback into a new strategy. So while other people might freeze up or panic, you can adjust quickly and find a solution and keep moving forward, which is so important. This is the veteran way. Some call it adapt and overcome or adapt or die, but I call it adapt and defy. Veterans can defy odds and outcomes with all the skill sets that they have. The next strength is teamwork and accountability. In uniform, no one operates alone, and that doesn't change after service. Financial success is stronger when it's shared. Veterans seek mentorship, coaches, and trusted peers who push them to improve and grow. We communicate openly with our spouses and our family about our finances. We teach our kids what we've learned. When our whole family is aligned on our financial goals, we move faster and further together, which is something veterans understand well. The next strength, and it's a big one, is our communication skills. Serving in the military builds world-class communication skills. You're trained to deliver clear, concise messages because in the military, confusion can cost a lot of money and lives. Veterans communicate with intent. You say what you mean and you follow through and you ask questions when something isn't clear. That kind of clarity and confidence translates directly to civilian life. It makes you a stronger leader, a better negotiator, and more trusted professional for others. Clear communication helps you build relationships, earn promotions, and negotiate better pay for yourself, which are all key to long-term financial success. The next one is we lead by example. Veterans know that leadership isn't just about words, it's what you do. Whether you've managed a two-man team or an entire unit, you learn to lead from the front. The same applies to your money. The example you set, savings consistently, investing early, and spending wisely speaks louder than any advice that you could give. When you walk the walk, others around you will rise to your level. The next strength is we have an action towards bias. Nope, I'm sorry. Next is we have a bias towards action. So we know better than anyone that waiting for perfect conditions means you'll never take action. The perfect plan doesn't exist, but an 80% solution executed right now sure as heck beats 100% planned out that never gets off the ground. Financially, that means starting where you are. Maybe you don't have everything figured out yet. Most of us never do, but getting going beats standing there doing nothing. You take a step forward, you open an account, you start investing, you make mistakes, and you also learn from them, adapt, and improve along the way. So action builds momentum, and momentum gets you the results that you want with your money and in life. The next skill set, it's huge, is sacrifice. We understand sacrifice better than anyone. That same principle of sacrifice in military service translates to your financial success. Sometimes financial growth means saying no today so that you can say yes tomorrow or in the future. That might mean skipping some luxuries like the latest iPhone, cutting your spending, or dedicating more income to saving and investing. You're no stranger to sacrifice. The only change is that now you're using it to serve your future self and your family. The next strength is self-improvement. One of the most defining strengths of veterans is our constant drive to get better. The military instills a culture of improvement, whether that's physical performance, technical skills, or our leadership. You're trained to reflect on what went well, what didn't, and how to do better the next time. So instead of blaming circumstances, veterans look inward. We adjust and we come back stronger. So it is really important that our self-improvement, we apply that to money. So when we do make mistakes, we make changes and do better in the future. All of these strengths that I just mentioned aren't just part of who you were in uniform. They're the foundation of your true capability in life after military service. So you have all those strengths. I want to talk about now your built-in benefits as a veteran that lead to ruling the world with your finances. So in addition to your strengths and the mindset that you have built while serving, you have access to resources that give you a head start towards success. You want to leverage them to strengthen your financial foundation and build a life that you and your family want. So first up, VA benefits. These benefits alone set veterans apart. Healthcare, education, home loans, and disability compensation provide stability and financial opportunities for veterans. So while others often pay hundreds or even thousands each month for coverage, for education or housing support, veterans receive these opportunities as part of their service. We know they aren't entirely free of cost, but they don't carry the heavy financial burden civilians face. So VA benefits allow veterans to save more, to stay out of debt, and to invest earlier in life. And if you're taking advantage of your benefits, you're getting closer to financial success and ultimately financial freedom. The next built-in advantage is your retirement and your TSP. So retired veterans, hands down, have one of the strongest financial foundations possible. A military pension provides a guaranteed income for life, which gives you freedom and flexibility that few other people enjoy. That steady paycheck means you can choose work you love, you can start a business, or pursue passions without the pressure of needing a high-paying job just to make ends meet. That is a privilege earned through your years of service and sacrifice. If you invested consistently in your thrift savings plan or TSP during your career, that's icing on the cake. It's a nest egg that can grow alongside your pension to truly build real wealth. And even if you didn't serve long enough to retire, contributing to your TSP alone still puts you far ahead. And not every veteran has a retirement benefit or contributed to their thrift savings plan. But still, you do have the skills to quickly build your retirement savings when you leverage your mindset, your skill sets, and all of the other benefits to retire either on time or earlier than you want. The retirement benefits and the savings opportunities available to veterans truly set you up for success for long-term financial independence. The next built-in advantage is military discounts. They might seem small at first, but I've mentioned this before on the show. They add up fast. They can save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars each year, from travel to spending online, shopping in stores, retail, to restaurants, to entertainment. The discounts help you reduce everyday expenses, and it frees up cash for saving, for investing, or paying down debt. So it really is a built-in advantage that gives you a reward for your service and makes your money go further. So again, they may seem small in the beginning, but they do make your money go further. So when you consistently use them, not only discounts, but sometimes freebies, you create more room in your budget to build wealth faster. Also, it gives you some ability to stay away from financial stress. And next, built-in advantage for veterans is networking. Veterans help veterans. The military community doesn't just end when you leave. It transforms into a lifelong network of people who understand what you've been through and want to see you succeed. Whether you're growing a business, looking for a job, or exploring new opportunities, tapping into the veteran network can be a game changer. Things like informational interviews, direct introductions, and mentorship from fellow veterans can really supercharge your progress and open doors for you that you didn't even know existed because they understand the playing field. It's one of the most overlooked benefits of service. There's almost always a veteran willing to help. You just have to look and ask them for it. Next, and I touched on this a little bit, but your education and GI Bill benefits. Post 9/11 GI Bill is one of the most powerful wealth building tools available to veterans. It provides a pathway to gain more skills, earn a degree, or a trade, and it's all without taking on student loan debt. So having education benefits for yourself or for your family, if you've transferred them, can save you tens of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. So going to school for free is a privilege many dream of, and it doesn't just save you money, it positions you for higher paying jobs and long-term career growth. Last, and it's sometimes overlooked, is state and local benefits. Every state offers its own set of financial perks for veterans. Some are bigger than others, but they are all valuable. These can include things like tax breaks, property tax exemptions, license fee waivers, tuition assistance, or even access to state parks and public transportation. So it takes a little bit of research to find what's available in your state where you live, but the benefits can save you thousands of dollars a year. So don't leave money or opportunities on the table. Take advantage of what you've earned through your service. Just got to do a little bit of homework. So all of these benefits and the resources are more than perks. They are tools for building wealth. Healthcare, education, retirement pay, discounts, and your network aren't just rewards for service. They are levers that you can pull to help launch you ahead financially. You have already earned these advantages through service. You just have to use them fully if you want to rule the world. All right, so wrapping it up. When you pair your veteran skills, that mindset, and the benefits that you have, you really can become unstoppable. You already have the discipline to stay on track, the adaptability to overcome the challenges, and the focus to see things through. So when you add that to the lifetime advantages you've earned, like your VA benefits, your pension, your education, and your network, you're operating with tools that most people will never have. So financial success isn't just a dream for veterans. It's something that's already within reach. You've been trained to lead, to take responsibility, and to improve every single day. That same mindset is the foundation of wealth and freedom and peace of mind. So as you move forward in life after service, I want you to remember this. You have everything you need to win. Use your benefits, lean on your strengths, and lead your family and community by example. Veterans don't just have to survive the transition. You can thrive and build a life that you truly want. You can head over to milmo.co to get all of the resources and the links from this episode. And while you're there, be sure to sign up for the MILMO Memo newsletter to get all of my updates. I appreciate you listening, and I'll talk to you next week.